it all. Pick your cliche, but we know this. The ground's going to shake, things are going to rumble, and they're going to have an impact on today's game.
The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from Heinz Field. On the return, Fitzgerald Toussaint. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their 35-year-old quarterback in his 14th year now, Ben Roethlisberger.
Is it really true that last year he became just the 10th player in NFL history to top 300 career touchdown passes?
How about that?
I mean, where is time gone? I feel like it was his rookie year, and he had that great winning streak to start off his career with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But the best part about his game, 2 Super Bowl rings.
And his 5th Pro Bowl a year ago as well. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is caught at the 20. A big gain there on the first play of the game. 55 yards.
Today's receivers in the NFL, they're the complete package nowadays. We know they can run, we know they can catch, but they have those big frames now. So oftentimes they just out-physical guys downfield and go up and catch the football. And we saw a big gain as a result on that play.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
When it comes to Le'Veon Bell, it's not about the numbers. It's about his style. And when we watch him run the football and almost stop time behind the line of scrimmage before he finds the hole he wants to run through, it's a style that's his and unique to him. I'm not sure everyone else can emulate it.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll go again with Bell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Perry. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So they get the ball first here in front of the home crowd under the lights, and they get 3 points out of it.
And there's something about a night game, isn't there? A little extra snap, a little extra crisp in the air. What a terrific way to get things started. A little extra excitement, a little extra dazzle for the home crowd.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This is fielded at the goal line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
Let's go! Blue Lady!
Again, it's Williams. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Well, let's go league-wide before this next drive starts. Last week, we discussed some of the trades that happened. Jay Ajayi did look pretty good in a Philly uniform, long touchdown run.
Boy, they really made a great deal to get him, and now they compare him with LeGarrette Blount, and you kind of got a thunder-lightning type thing. And Ajayi showed some lightning against Denver. But how about this? Kelvin Benjamin went, but on a Thursday night game, not enough time to get him ready to play for his new team in Buffalo. Jimmy Garoppolo did not play with San Francisco. We'll find out when they both will get on the field. And how about the Saints and the the Cardinals because, remember, the Adrian Peterson trade, I think it benefited both teams.
Yeah, AP went over 100 yards. Kamara and Ingram, they've really settled in as well. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. A good pick up there at 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's 1st and goal. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment defense.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's 1st and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches, you say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. And it's the Steelers with the early lead. More from the Steel City coming up after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Second and goal from the 2-yard line. They'll try again with Bell. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will make it 6-0. So that scores now on their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Set to return, this is Jeff Janis. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Gun. They'll look to throw. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Play fake here on first down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And a nice gain at 21 yards. They go back to the ground with Williams. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have the highlights of this first half, but he won't have touchdowns because we haven't had any to this point.
But there's still time, though, partner.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3. Well, at least they won't take a goose egg into intermission as they do carve out 3 points here in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Yeah, it hasn't really been the greatest of first halves. They've looked out of sync, especially on the offensive side of the ball. But a field goal here at least gives them some momentum as we tick down toward halftime.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This is fielded at the goal line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Trevor Davis deep for Green Bay. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Well, this seems like a good time to make a quick pivot here and go back to Week 9 of the NFL because there were some pretty big milestones that were passed.
Can we start with the kicker? Because we're going
Adam Vinatieri.
Look, Adam Vinatieri to me is a first-ballot Hall of Famer. I mean, what he's accomplished here, now he's in sole possession, 2nd place in the league's all-time scoring list with 2,442 points. Needs 103 more. Before chase down the Hall of Famer, Morton Anderson.
And yet Eli go over 50K passing yards. Jameis over 10K, 2nd youngest to do that. And then Larry Fitzgerald, what did he do?
Yeah, and the win against the 49ers moved into 6th place all-time in receiving yards, passing Hall of Famer Tim Brown. How about Larry Fitz?
Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Now on to kick it away, the rookie from Miami, Justin Vogel. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. And that's blocked. The Steelers get it.
A terrific punt block, and that has to set them up in a position to try and get more points, don't you think, this time frame?
Absolutely, and what a momentum booster that could be into the lockers.
Oh, without a doubt. They score here, they sprint into the locker room, feeling really, really good about themselves.
And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. That'll bring up second down.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Here we go.
On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. He's got his tight end. That's James. Touchdown, Steelers. Jesse James in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, look at the juke. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Let's go. 3-19.
They'll throw now on the final play. Lets it go for Nelson. And this one is incomplete. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. And guess what? That incompletion gives me a chance to ask you who your MVP is in the NFL right now. Who are you going with?
Well, there's so many different choices, right? Tom Brady's a perennial, and you can never go wrong with him, and he's still rallying New England.
He's got too many trophies. Give me somebody else.
Look at you. You can't sing him for that. But listen, to me it comes down to Carson Wentz in Philadelphia having an extraordinary second season, and what Alex Smith is doing in Kansas City cannot be overestimated right now. And I'm going to go with Alex Smith because head-to-head, his Kansas City Chiefs beat the Philadelphia Eagles.
That's true. If the Eagles, though, 8-1 right now, should be interesting to watch the rest of the way.
Sounds like you're making a case for Carson Wentz.
I am.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They're going to look to throw. Caught by Nelson left side. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back right near the 27. 15 yards through the air and a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They run it again with Williams. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
First down and goal to go from the 7. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Drop to throw. Touchdown, Packers. Geronimo Allison from 8 yards out. And the Packers are back within a score. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And he puts it through. They're within 3. It's 13-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the result, a Green Bay score. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, he bowls over him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he powers his way up past the 30. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue against calling it.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
the bus driver. Let's see if he can drive the bus here again on this drive.
Here we go. Detroit! Detroit!
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll drop the throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
They'll look to throw here. It's caught. Nelson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Jamal Williams. And that'll bring up second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
All right, here we go. Blue Landy!
They'll set up a throw. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Looking to throw. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
He'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressured too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Crosby puts it through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And now running right through him. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Again, it's Bell. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Fighting him off. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. He'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 55 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
False start. Offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And as the fourth quarter winds down here, we're all even.
And no one wants this game to extend. They want to go ahead and win it right now.
Here we go now.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
On the counter, here's Williams. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Here's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is indeed good. And there'll be some happy cheeseheads tonight as the Packers have won the game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.